In today's video, setting up a weight loss plan so you can join the military. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Paul Ravella from ProPhysique.com. In today's video, I want to discuss the topic of losing some weight so that you can join the military, because there are certain requirements to do so. And today's question actually comes from right below in the comments section. So I really appreciate you guys reaching out to me and putting the comments in. So I'm going to start reaching in there as well as my Instagram direct message to find some questions. Now, today's question is very personal to me because both of my parents were members of the Marines. That's right, my mom was a Marine. So I have a very, close kind of connection to military life. And my best friend ended up becoming a Navy SEAL after high school. And so I've known about this approach to the military. I had a lot of friends go through this process after high school in trying to make, weight or conditioning requirements to join the military. And something that I saw, I actually went to the website to look up this information. I went to military.com and it said that 75% of people from 18 to 24 are outside the requirements to join the military, which is quite scary to me. Just the idea of how out of shape potentially our society is getting, but I digress. That's another conversation. So what I'd like to do is read the comment that I got, and then we're going to discuss it, because ultimately what I'd like to do is help this person as much as possible, and I'm going to put some resources in the description box below. So I'm trying to join the military and all my paperwork's done, but I'm slightly overweight. I need to lose 10 pounds as fast as possible. I'm 19, 200 pounds, and 5'10". They want me to be 190, but I don't have a gym near me. I'd like to lose more weight and possibly gain some muscle in the process. And I know that it's not easy and it won't be instant, but I don't know what to eat, what workouts will help me burn fat. So what can I do in your opinion to lose fat? I watched a couple videos, but I'm afraid I'll mess it up. And I think this is a common concern. And it's why when I first got into the fitness world and I wanted to do a bodybuilding competition, the first thing I did was hire a coach that I trusted. So I appreciate your trust. Now here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to clear the air. You do not need a gym to lose body fat at all. Body fat is simply energy in our body that it has stored in the form of adipose tissue all over. That's all body fat is. Any type of activity that you do that is low intensity, such as walking, your body's preferred fuel source for that activity is actually fat. So it can be very simple to lose 10 pounds, all right? Now, weight on the scale, if that's the most important thing, there's also another really easy way to lose weight, and that is if you restrict carbohydrates. Well, why is that? Because the word carbohydrate, as it implies, it stores water with it. So when you ingest carbohydrates and they're stored in your cells in your body, it actually pulls more water in. So if you go through a period of restricting carbohydrates for a few days, you're actually going to lose a little bit of that fluid retention. Now, for most of us that are, in the gym lifting weights, we like that. Why? Because carbohydrates in our muscles with more water, it makes them look bigger. Fully hydrated muscles perform better and look better. But if we're only worried about the scale, it would probably not be ridiculous for you to restrict your carbohydrates. Now, based on where you're at, I would say you could probably start around 100 a day, right? That is a decent amount of carbohydrates that are going to get you through the day energy-wise. But without access to a gym, you're probably wondering how you are going to lose body fat. Well, first things first, you just need to move more, okay? One of the great things that you can do is simply wake up in the morning and go for a walk. Half-hour walk, hour walk, right? And then you come home and you have a nice, healthy breakfast. Now, I'm gonna list below, because I wanted to get the right answer for you, I actually went on the website military.com and I found some free guides, a 45-day kind of training guide, and also an eating plan. Now, I don't know, this guy has an association with the military, but I don't know how closely associated with your branch that this person is. But I like that this person has been through the Navy, has been through BUD/S training, and obviously, he's also a certified strength and conditioning specialist, so he has a background in this stuff, and he's giving away free information, so why not take advantage of it, okay? But the most important thing is that you change your lifestyle, you change your approach, okay? Rapid fat loss is not that difficult when you can just go ahead and go all in. When you have a timeline like you have, it's a little bit easier to restrict calories. Why? Because you have a goal in mind, you have a date in mind. It's also easy to go, you know what, I'm just gonna go move more. You know, what is the best form of movement for you to lose weight? Well, if you're overweight and it's uncomfortable to run, well, walking is certainly a great way to do some type of movement without the risk of injury. You can also, if you'd like, do some kind of interval running. Maybe you jog for a minute or 30 seconds, walk for 4 or 5 minutes, and repeat that pattern. And as you're able to, you could maybe run a little bit more. Obviously, you're gonna burn more calories if you run or walk the same amount of time. However, in my experience, especially with my clients that have been very overweight, walking is a much better option because it's better on the knees, hips, ankles, and you can do it more often without the negative consequences, okay? Without possibly getting injured or setting yourself up for not being able to move more. Walking is a great way to do this. If you have access to any type of exercise equipment, that would be great too. If you like sports, get out and play some sports. Maybe you just go up to the basketball court and shoot some hoops. You also mentioned that you wanted to put on some muscle. For that, I'm going to suggest you make sure you're getting adequate protein per day, which I would say set your protein somewhere around 1 gram per pound of your goal weight. So, you know, maybe you're getting somewhere close to 190 grams of protein a day. That would be fantastic. It's also going to set you up for a lot of satiety. It will help you restrict carbohydrates if you're getting a lot of protein. So you need some lean protein sources. Again, those resources I sent you, I looked through those meal plans, and that's essentially what this gentleman was doing, is setting up a meal plan that's going to allow you to get a lot of protein. Now, the real way to build muscle is you have to provide some type of stimulus, some type of resistance, and you have to overload the muscle over time. Now, if you don't have access to a gym, I do have a free resource on my website that is a home gym training program. I also have a free beginner's guide for the gym, just if you want to start joining a gym, but you said that's not possible right now. So the idea here is that you just have to shift your mindset. Don't look at doing something wrong, just start doing something. Just be more active. If you are more active, you are going to be burning more calories than you store in a day. That's what fat loss is. Fat loss is simply we are moving more and burning more than we are eating and storing in a given day. You do that over a 24-hour window, you're gonna start to see the scale drop, okay? So one great way to do that would just be to set up a plan and follow it for a week. And if you need a calorie guide, basically where your calories should be, I do have a free calorie calculator that's on prophysique.com. It's on the homepage there. You can just fill out some information and set up a guideline for where you should be starting. But if you're in a rush, I will say this. If your back's against the wall and you have a very short timeline, I would almost overemphasize restricting calories and moving as much as possible. Just get it done in a short amount of time. You can always put on muscle later. You can always focus on once you make weight and you get in the military, then they're gonna put you in a position where obviously you're gonna be doing some PT, you're gonna be eating a very specific type of diet, and you're gonna be training to become a soldier. So once you get in, I think you're gonna find that that type of structure that you've probably been missing is what you're gonna get anyway. So if you get a head start on it now, then you're gonna be in a good spot. Also, YouTube is a great resource. You found my videos. I promise you, if you type in on YouTube, weight loss for military, you're gonna find some other resources of people who have actually joined the military and gone through this process together, okay? I do have a video called The Military Diet from way back, but I couldn't actually find any correlation with that style of dieting in the military. I did the video just because I thought it was a very restrictive approach. But again, what's most important is your goal. If your goal is to make weight, then sometimes you might have to do things that are a little bit out of balance. You might have to under-eat and over-exercise just until you get there. Anyway, my man, best of luck. I'm excited for you. Keep me up to date. Let me know on this video if you leave a comment once you get in, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.